the rule book. And then as I've done that, I want you to please put your questions in on the chat so that we can make it a more of a discussion rather than me talking all the time. Yes, we will still assign a question and answer at the end, but please do engage as we go. And also just put your questions in just in case you may forget them on the chat, right? Yes, the workshop is being recorded. This is, I think, about the fourth workshop that we've done, and they are all recorded. Maybe Leah can confirm in terms of where they are. I think they are on YouTube. They've also been shared on Facebook, but we have been recording these for your reference. May I start with an icebreaker, just to help with my nerves? Can I ask if any one of you guys are area directors here? Is anyone an area director? You can please either put on the chat or raise your hand. And also for division directors. Sakila, are you a area director or a division director?
Area director, Madam Chief Judge.
Area. When is your area contest?
We actually combining area and club contest. It's on the 15th of March. It's a Saturday. I'm responsible for corporate clubs.
Okay. Awesome stuff. Thank you. You do have any information that you need. Do you have access to your division director? Because that's the person you need to have access to directly so they can help you with anything you need.
Yes, I do have access to my district director. What I need more than anything is the contest chair and chief judge. I did ask my clubs to make sure that we get some role players to support the chief judge.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's one of the big things within the club and the areas. It's the role players that have been a really difficult thing to find. Alrighty then. I don't see any other hand or a chat anywhere. There's Blessing. Blessing? Before you come, Blessing, I'd like to hear
Shalom and good
which
evening.
area were you? Sorry? Okay, you can go ahead,
Okay,
Blessing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Chief Judge, for the opportunity to speak. It's Blessing here, area H01. Yes,
Okay.
we are yet
Are
to
you
set
ready
the
with
area
your...
contest date.
Yes,
Not
Blessing?
as yet. We are yet to set, yes, we are yet to set the area contest dates. The
All right.
clubs are still yet to conduct their club contests. One of my clubs is conducting their club contest tomorrow, Saturday. So we are looking forward to its success. We are still in short of judges, but we are getting that fixed.
Okay.
Right now. Yes.
Yes, please. Anyone who's available, let's make this a discussion. If anyone is available to be a judge for Blessing in one of her clubs, please do avail yourself and let's help one another. I see there's someone else who's raised their hand. That's Titi. Titi, are you an area director or a division director?
Good evening, Madam Contest Chair. Good evening, everyone. I am the Division Director for District 129, Division H.
Awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do you also have your workshops within the district?
Not officially. That's why I'm joining today.
Awesome stuff. All right. Thank you so much for indulging me with that. Yeah, you see, there's Sakile Mazibia saying he's available to be a judge or a ballot counter. So anyone who's in need there, I think it was Blessing. You can exchange details there. Please avail yourselves for roles within the Toastmasters contest. Thank you very much and welcome once again. I'm going to share with us a very short and brief presentation speaking on the rule book. Please, you may confirm if you can see my screen. Started at the...
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you so much. Yes, this is just a summary of what we already have on the rule book. It's just to help you. I'll be stressing mostly on eligibility and also the sequence, how you select your people, or rather your role players, and also the contestants. So please bear with me as I present here. Do have questions, put your questions on the chat box as you have them on my presentation. Thank you. First of all, we have resources that are helping us.
Sorry, Yanga.
Yes,
Just put
ma'am.
it in presentation mode.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Now, how do you put it on presentation mode, by the way?
At the bottom, even right at the bottom, there's that.
Hey, the slideshow.
Yeah,
I see. Thank you for that,
great.
Leah. Man, some of us are dinosaurs, hey? Even though we are in the, what do they call it? 4IR. Thank you so much for that. This is one of three of the resources, the links that you'll have. We'll share them on the chat for you. This is where you'll get the briefing for the judges, the chief judge for the judges and the contest chair, as well as the ballot papers for the timers, ballot counters, the judges themselves, the tie-breaking judges, and also the eligibility forms for your speakers and also your judges. This is where you will find everything. I've also attached the frequently asked questions just to help in terms of the questions that are normally asked, and you have the questions there. So these are the three things that we will be sharing on the chat for you for your reference. Now, the very first thing, I think this is the first and the most important thing, is eligibility within the Toastmasters contest. You have to be an eligible member. How do you become an eligible member? This is for you to be in a contest, meaning that you're a contestant. You'll be competing as a contestant in the table topics, in the international speech contest, and also the table topics, since we have those three within the District 74. So you must be a paid member of a club. Think this one is clear, concise. You must be paid up, meaning now you must be paid up at this moment. And we are also renewing our membership on the 1 of April, 1st of April. You need to make sure that you are paid up as a member for you to be eligible to a contest. The second one, the club must be in good standing. You must be in good standing as a club. So make sure and always ask your treasurers or your exco to ensure that the club is paid up and within the Toastmasters International headquarters, not just within the club, but making sure that at least 8 members, which is the verified complete, are paid up within Toastmasters International headquarters. This is very, very important. And the third one is that you need to be maintaining that eligibility throughout the contest. You have to make sure that everything is in order for your paid membership within yourself and also as your club. That is very, very important. So we are encouraged as the exco, the treasurers of the clubs, to make sure that the dues are paid up at least for the 8 people, the 8 members of the club. And then you can still pay up the rest of the members, but make sure that those 8 members are paid up by the 1st of April. Very, very important to note. Then in addition now to this, having been paid up as a member, you need to make sure that you have completed the level 2 of pathways. This is specifically to the international speech contest. The first eligibility was for the table topics and also the impromptu speeches contest. Those two, you just need to be a paid member and you make sure that your club is in good standing. Those are the only two requirements for your eligibility. Then for the international speech contest, this in addition to you being a paid member and also your club being in good standing, you need to make sure that you have completed your level 2 of the path that you have bought from Toastmasters. Then the second one is that if any club happens to have chatted within this year, maybe just last year in December or recently just before the club contest, everybody is allowed as a member there to compete in the international speech contest. So that's the only exception we have. We have only for the chartered club who have recently chartered and they are already in time to start their club contest or at least before an area contest, because you have the liberty to not have a club contest, but choose the people or rather the members that can represent you at area level. Any questions so far? Please do help me, Leah, if we have any of those so that we can just address them here and there. Thank you so much. And the next
Sorry,
one.
there's
Yes.
a hand from Blessing. I'm not
Okay,
sure if it's the same hand.
I'm a bit blind here, so
No,
I'm just
that's why I have,
looking at the
yeah, I'm just
presentation.
Blessing. I see your hand is up. Do you have a question?
Sorry, let me lower it. Sorry, let me lower it. I had raised it
All right.
the other time.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so very much. Now, was that something?
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yes, please go ahead. Blessing, your hand is still raised.
So I would like to know with regards to completing path level 2, for someone who has completed all the speeches but hasn't uploaded the the forms, the evaluation forms and stuff on Basecamp, is he still on time to do that, or it's too late?
You are on time if it's before your club contest. You are on time if it's before your club contest. Thank you for that point. That's a very great point because some of us forget to submit our projects and then so that the VPE can acknowledge and be able to help us. So that's what you can do. You can just consult your VPE to assist you with that, but it needs to be before the club contest. If it's already club contest and you haven't done that, I don't think you won't be eligible because you legally or eligibly you are not you haven't completed the level 2. I don't know if that helps you.
Yes, definitely does.
Oh, okay. Have you started your club contest yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, please get to it. Talk to your VPE to assist you quickly as possible so that you can be in order. This is very important. I can't stress this enough because if you sleep at any time of the contest, any duration whatsoever, you may be disqualified if it is found out. So for instance, this example that we have now, we find that you have not completed your level 2 at this stage, yet your club allows you to still compete and you go to area and you go to division. At division level, if we find out that you were not eligible at that club level when you started, you will be disqualified. So it is very important that you ensure that you are eligible at all times, all your ducks, all your things are in order, so that you may be you will be disqualified at any point in time of the contest once it is found out. Thank you for that question. I didn't see your name, but now the ones who are not eligible, the people who are not eligible are I think it's Blessing. Blessing is an area director. There's Tsitse as well, who's a division director. Those people are not are not allowed to be to rather contest, to be a participant in a contest. So it will be your district director all the way, that top 6, also as the officials, which are your area directors, your division directors, your immediate past district directors, and so on. So anyone who belongs to the district as a district officer is not allowed to participate as long as they are within the term, the current term. Okay. Then the candidates as well who are elected are also not allowed to be in a district, or rather in a competition, in the contest. So these are the two categories. The ones that are current, the district officials that are current, they're not allowed, and also the ones who are candidates. These candidates mean that they will be coming to the district office in the coming year, which is the 1st of July, as we're going to be electing officially and also handing over to them. So these are the ones that are also not eligible. So if you've raised your hand as an area director for the coming year or as a division director, you are not allowed to participate within the contest. As well as if you are now a dual member, there are people who are dual members, others belong to 9 clubs, which is very lovely. Now, at club level, you are allowed to compete on all the 9 clubs. In all the 9 clubs, because it is your right, you can compete in all of them. Now, you can come maybe as first position for 3 of them or 9 of them. You're only allowed to go to one area contest. You're not allowed to move within those different areas. Even if they are all 9 of them are in different areas, you're only allowed to choose one area that you will be competing in. So that's also a very important to note. Make sure that as much as you can be in 2 clubs or 3 clubs, you can only go further in one area at a time. Thank you, Blessing. I see your raised hand.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. I've got a question. For in-person contests, will it be possible to have judges online?
Thank you for that, Blessing. Yes, it will be possible to have judges, your role players, which are your officials, for them to be online. So that means you can have a hybrid contest, but that's only allowed within the club level. From area, everybody needs to be in person. From area level, division, all the way up, every person that is involved that in the contest needs to be in person.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you so
very
much.
Okay, thank you so
Gamo,
much.
you can come ahead, please.
Thank you so much. This is very insightful. I just had a bit of lag when you were explaining the eligibility in terms of finishing level 2. I just wanted to clarify. If someone is finishing their level 2, must that be done before the club contest or before the area contest?
Before the club, but this is eligibility from club contest. So before the club contest, you must have had completed your level 2. It starts at club level. You need to make sure that your level 2 is complete. Then you will be eligible. Otherwise, if you haven't completed your level 2 at club level, you are ineligible to compete specifically on the international speech contest.
Thank you.
Does that
Thank you so much.
help?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome stuff. Now, this is for the officials. We're talking now your judges, your ballot counters, contest chair, and the different role players that you will have within. I'm also trying to rush so that I don't spend too much of your time. So here, this is now we're talking about who can you ask for assistant. Like now, Blessing has just gotten someone to assist them. So are they qualified to be an official at a contest? I think they offered to be a judge or a ballot counter. Now, the very first thing that's very important, again, for everyone to participate at any contest at any level, you have to be a paid up member. That's the very first thing. I heard a question somebody did ask me that, what if we get somebody who was a Toastmaster before but not currently a Toastmaster to assist us? That is not allowed. You have to be a paid member of Toastmasters International when you have to participate within the contest. That's very important as well. And then with the area, at area division and also the district, you have to now, it starts being a little bit strong, or rather strict. So you need to be at least for 6 months. This is another thing to note. You need to be 6 months a Toastmasters member. So that means you need to be a little bit familiar, because now a little bit of experience is required from you as a judge, as a voting judge, or as a tie-breaking judge. So those are very important as well as your level 2 having been completed on any path that you have. It's important because now you have experience in terms of how to judge, what to look out for, and so on. This is very important as well. Then the rest of the officials and the contest chair, rather the contest speaker, the demo speaker, or the test speaker, they just need to be a paid member. Again, I did find a question where they were asking, does a demo or test speaker need to be having a level 2, or what is the requirement for them? They just need to be a paid member of the contest. So this is particularly for the chief judge and the judges. That is what this requirement is for. Completed level 2 and also a member for a minimum of 6 months. That is for you to be a judge. Those are the two things that are very important. For the rest of the roles, you can just be a paid member. You don't need to have experience. Again, the only ones who are not allowed to be an official or at a contest are the candidates for the elected district leadership positions that are coming up in the 1st of July. So if you are elected for the 1st of July, you know you're going to be the area director, you're going to be the division director, or any other PQD, and any of these officials, you are not allowed to participate as an official within the contest. Only at club level you are allowed, but at any other contest you can't, from area going upwards. Again, here, if you're a candidate, you're not allowed. But if you are not a candidate, like now we have Blessing, we have Titi, I think I forgot the third person who was here as an area director. Those people are allowed to be officials within a contest. So you can also help your club or the area that you are in and take a role, be the judge, be any role that you can take. It is allowed. There's no limit for you to help. Yes, I see Lee Sima. Please come through, Lee.
Good evening, Chair. I think I jumped the gun. Went ahead and you explained. I just wanted to clarify that I can be a judge at a club level. However, I can't participate at an area level. So by participation, you mean, so if I'm one of the nominated candidates at an area level, I can't be a judge, I can't be a ballot counter, I can't do anything.
No, you can only be a spectator, the audience there, and support. Other than that, you can't take any role.
But at the club level, I can take any role.
Yes, at club level, you can assist. From there
Okay.
on, you can no longer be available for an official. And then for the contest itself, in terms of your speeches, you are not allowed to participate at any level.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lee. That was a lot. We are done with the eligibilities and the ineligibilities. I hope everything is now clear. Please do share these details and this information with your clubs, with the areas, and so on. This is very important information that we need that will help us within our contest at all levels. Now we are talking onto the selection sequence in terms of now how do you go about to select at a club level? You know, club level, it's so nice because you have the liberty to do as you please, meaning that at club level, you can choose the contestants as you want. If you want to hold a contest, you can hold it if you like. If you don't want to hold a contest, you can still choose to do so and then just nominate the people, or rather the members that will give you that will represent you at the area level. Now, again, with area, it is different at area level and also with division. How do you do it? Now, currently, we have about 7 divisions. We have division A to G. Those divisions as the areas that we have. One division has 5, others have 4. Or rather 3 of the 7 have 5 areas, and also the rest will have 4 and 1 has 3. That is how they are done. So now how would they select in terms of which clubs? The club will decide themselves. If a club decided not to hold a contest, they can just nominate. But now at area, if your area has 4 clubs, you will choose, or rather, you will ask the clubs to give you 2 members. Those meaning that the first position and the second position, that is who you will take, so that you can hold your area with 8 participants as an area contest. That is how you will choose. That means you have an area, you have 4 clubs or fewer clubs, meaning that now you'll have to choose 2 per club, so that you can have a maximum of 8 members or contestant per the contest. I hope that is clear on from your side. And then for the areas that have 5 or rather the area that has 5 clubs, they will have only 1 representative, because now we'll have 10 if we have 2, 2, 2. So for area that you have 5, you know that I have 5 clubs in my area, you will ask for 1 representative or 1 contestant for each of those clubs, so that at area level, you will have a minimum of 5 contestants. That is how we'll choose. Again, the same thing within the, okay, let me go back quickly just to do the division. Again, with the division as well, it will be the same thing. If your division has 4 areas, you will ask the area, each area must give you the 2 contestants per area for that contest. And then you will have a minimum of 8 members. Again, with the division that has 5 areas, you will ask for 1 contestant from each of those areas, meaning that you will have 5 contestants for each of the contest. Yes, Tobisa? You may come through, Tobisa.
Thank you very much, Chief Judge. Yes, thank you very much, Chief Judge. I just wanted to know, with the fact that if you're standing for leadership for 2025 to 2026, you can't participate in the area director. Is it contest or the division director contest? Is it participating by having a role, or you just cannot even form part of the planning? Because there seems to be other people saying you just can't be a judge, but you can participate.
Yes, yes, you can participate in that sense, because now you are responsible in terms of making sure that there is an area contest within your area. So as an area director, it falls on you to make sure that there is an area, you organize an area contest within your area. You can either do it yourself or you can give it to somebody. Like that's the reason we have chief judges. They're the ones who actually organizes, or you can be the chief judge yourself. So in terms of that sort of participation, that is allowed. In terms of the role playing, all the officials within the judges, you're going to be signing ballot papers and give some input within the contest. That is not allowed. Did I answer you, Gobisa?
Yes, I am answered. Thank you very much. So can I reiterate? You're saying one can be a chief judge, and that's the only role they can play.
Not as a current area director, you can be a chief judge. But
Yes.
if you are an elect area director, and then you can't be a chief judge because that is an official role. So you can just be
All right.
just help organize, but you can't be a chief judge if you are elect. An area director, which is current
All right.
now, they can be a chief judge, but not the elect.
Okay, so an area director who's an elect division director can't get involved in the division contest, basically.
Yes, that's
All right,
correct.
thank you.
Thank you, Kobisa. Yes, Ketiwe, you may come through, please.
Hello. So you said for a division or an area with 5 or more clubs or areas, should only send one person or contestant through, so that you have a minimum of 5, right? So you said a minimum of 5 members competing. What happens if you have 5 clubs? So I know you can have 5 or 6, but you have 5 clubs and one club is ineligible, and that now makes it 4 clubs that are sending through one contestant each. Can you still have it with just the 4 contestants?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ketiwe. There are areas, actually, I do have a division that is Division B. I think they have just one area contest. The rest of the areas will not be having contest. Also, that means if you have to have a contest with just one contestant, it still needs to happen. We still need to go through the process. They need to be disqualified if they have to. So we have to follow the rules all the way. If anyone drops, we still follow the rules as if you were 5, and then that means the 4 will proceed, and then that's how we're going to be doing it. If everyone drops and then only one comes through, that means we're going to have a contest for that one person, and then we will still go through the same process, or rather the rules that we follow. I hope that is clear.
That is clear, because my follow-up was going to be with the one contestant. So thank you.
Yes. Indeed, we can have a contest with just one contestant. Hopefully per what do you call it? Hopefully per contest. Otherwise, even if it's not per contest, it's just one contest, maybe an evaluation or a international speech. We are required to still hold that contest with just that one contestant. Thank you. Now, this one, I think, I don't know if I want to go through it a lot, because now this is within now the actual contest itself. What we will do as well is to send out the contest script for the script for the chief judge and also for the contest chair. So this will help in terms of how to choose your topics, who chooses the topics and that sort of things, as well as when do we do the briefings and that sort of thing. But we can just go through it quickly because I'm not sure how much time we have. So I'll just go through this one. Please do stop me if you have any other questions that even if they're not on the slide, but please do let me know so that we can discuss. I think I want to discuss more of your questions because they seem to be outside the rule book most of the time when I get them. So it would be lovely to address those as well and help you as much as we can. Now, with this, the subject in terms of choosing the topics of the table topics contest, that will be determined by the contest chair. So the contest chair is the one who's going to come up with the topic for the table topics contest, and then they will share it during the contest with the contestants. The evaluation as well. With evaluations, when the contestants do evaluation as they evaluate the speech of the test speaker, they will write notes and then they will read them. And when they need to now present, they will have to give their notes and present their evaluation orally. That's what is also important. That's what will happen within the evaluation contest. And then what is also important is that originality, making sure that your speech as a contestant now is yours and yours fully. You need to be original within your speech. That's why I think with Toastmasters, we've always encouraged to tell your story as well. You make it personal as you give us your speech, which makes it more original. And then you're not allowed to reference your contestant, and it's a thing that we do within the club meetings where we have a word of the day, or you can always freely refer to someone's speech when they have spoken before you. This is not allowed within the contest. You can't reference somebody within that contest that you're in and reference them, either their speech or even them as the person themselves. So this is very important to note and to please tell the clubs and the people that are contesting within the contest. Okay, I haven't seen any hands yet, so we will come. That was for the contest, so this is important. The contest was that you need to make sure that there's originality. The contest chair will choose the tiebreak, the impromptu speak or the table topic speech topic. They will be the ones who chooses, and the evaluations, they need to be presented orally. That is very, very important to note within the contest. Now, the requirements for the contest officials. This is now
Raise a
for the
hand.
officials and not the... Oh, yes, Lee Sima.
Madam
You
Chief
may
Judge,
please.
in terms of referencing, does this apply as well for evaluation and for table topics? So if
Yes,
someone
that's
is
correct.
giving a table topics, they shouldn't reference it.
Yes, that's correct. That's for all the contest, all three contests. You should not allowed to reference a speaker or a speech within that contest.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for that question. Now, for the officials, these are your chief judges, your contest chair, the voting judges, the tiebreakers, the counters, the timers. All of these are your officials for the contest. And of course, again, at club level, you just need to have one of each, meaning one contest chair, one chief judge. Now we've tried to minimize this. Usually we'll have 5 voting judges for the club at club level, but because we can see that there is a shortage of role players that are there, so we have decreased it to 3 voting judges. Please make sure you have at least 3 voting judges within the club contest, a tie-breaking judge, as well as 2 counters and 1 timer. One timer, I think one timer is they can both do the signaling, the device that they'll be signaling for, which is going to be red, or rather green, yellow, and red. They can also do the timer. So those are the 2 things that a timer does. You have the signaling device that you make sure it's shown within the view of the contestants, as well as the speed, the timer itself, so that you can time. So it's very important. If you can have 2 timers, that's even better, but you are allowed to have 1 timer for at club level. You can have a backup timer for those that have online. That's another thing we have discussed it actually, that at club level, you are allowed to have a fully online contest, or you can have a hybrid contest. Only at club level though. You can have an online contest if you wish. That means then you will have the backup timer. That's where it applies, that backup timer. It applies for your online contest. You could always have a backup timer even for an in-person meeting, just in case a person does not come and show up. So that's very important. At club level, you're allowed to have an online contest, a hybrid contest, or an in-person contest. Those 3 you have a choice for. I think it does help to have a hybrid when you can't have roles within the club contest. Lillian, you have raised your hand.
Hi, I've been judging for a couple of years now, and we always use judges from other areas, not judges in the area, because that judge that comes from that club will favor their people. So we always take, if it's the area contest, we always take judges from other areas that don't know the contestants. But you saying the judges from each club, that means each club in the area can give a judge or 2.
Yes, yes. Is that, I think you're ahead of me. I haven't gone there. I haven't mentioned that. Are you ahead of me, or have I mentioned that, Lillian?
I'm on number 2.
Yes, yes, I can see that
Are
you're
you
ahead
talking
of
on
me.
number 2 now?
Yeah, I was just concluding on 1. Yes, at area
Oh,
level,
sorry.
yes.
I apologize.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, it is allowed to have judges from each club as a representative, or a minimum of 5, even from outside. Now, this is at area level. Within the club level, it's allowed to, you can have judges within the club itself. That is also allowed. Then with area level, you can have a representative, because as far as we go high up, we do have a representative. Like, for instance, when a division or a district, we need to have judges representing each division. So that's how it's done. Within the division, then we will have each area represented as well. I understand where you're coming from. I think now there is a judges briefing, or rather workshop, that will happen. I think I was going to share that at the end, in terms of how to judge, what can influence you. Let's try to be more professional and not to be influenced by maybe by a club member, or by sentiment. Maybe somebody is either your sister or your brother or your friend. So that is now relying mostly on the integrity, because one of our values, I think it was Lillian. Now I forgot who was asking the question. Lillian, it was our values is integrity. So it is upon yourself as well, as a member of Toastmasters, to recuse yourself from a role where you feel you are compromised, or you will be, as you say, influenced within. But there is nothing wrong with getting a representative from an area, or at an area, or representing a club or an area, because we expect Toastmasters to be to have integrity and also to be matured. I think that's the reason at area level we start asking for at least 6 months of membership, and also having completed the level 2. I don't know if I've answered you, Lillian, or is there any other clarity that you'd like from me?
No, thank you. You've made it clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Also, I'd like to just emphasize that we do have a shortage of role players. That is another big thing. A lot of clubs have been struggling to get role players. Even at area level, we have been struggling to get role players. So that is another big challenge that we have as a district. Remember that we are coming from online. We were comfortable there, and we have clubs that are all over the place. My club has members in Durban, in East London, in Gauteng, and so on, and it becomes difficult. So this is now the very first contest that is in person. So there will be those challenges that we have until we get our bearings. So I hope we will all understand, but it is important that we follow the rules. Thank you, Ketiwe. You may please come through.
Just to follow up on the voting judges coming from each club. If we're struggling to get voting judges from each club, maybe due to individuals either already being contestants who would qualify based on the level 2, or there aren't enough level 2s, is it okay if there are judges from other areas, but there may be some from the clubs themselves? So the full 5 is not necessarily from all the clubs.
Yes. Remember, it is not a compulsory for you to get people
Okay.
from each club. Here it says, at area level, there must be an equal number of judges from each club. That's the first way you can do it. Or this is another option that you can do, a minimum of 5 voting judges. This one now does not contain you. You can be creative. We have a guest here who's coming from District 129, I think. So you can even ask from a different district altogether to come and fill the roles for you. So those are the 2 options you have: people that will be represented from the clubs or the area or the division, or you can still go out and get role players from a different area or a different division or a district altogether. But at district level, which I don't want to touch much on, we do require a representative of each division when we go to district. But between club and division, you have that flexibility of asking outside your area, your club. And I hope that's clear.
Thank you, that's clear.
Thank you so much, Ketiwe. So so at area, you need a minimum of 5 judges. These are the 5 voting judges that you need to have. Again, 2 counters, 2 timers. If it's practical, please get 2 of each of these role players, 2 counters and 2 timers. Then you have this one chief judge and a contest chair. It's always good to have a backup just in case an emergency comes up and the person just bails on the last minute. These are also things that happen within the contest. When a person they drop you at the last minute, it's just important to try and have backup as much as you can. At division level, we need now 7 as a minimum number of your voting judges. It is important that you have a minimum of 7 at division level. Then you will have again those the 2 counters and the 2 timers that need to be there. Now here, now you see now, was it Lillian? Lillian did raise this. Now at division, it's required. At division, it says that now here, that the chief judge, the voting judge, the tie-breaking judge must not be a member of any club in which the contestant is the member. So that's when now you will recuse. Again, you need that integrity to be honest and say, I see that this contestant is the member of my club. I'd like to recuse myself and not participate any longer because there is some influence that can happen within that contest. So these are the things that we need to look out for and make sure that we follow within the rules. With the voting judge, please make sure that you've not the voting judge. This is the tie-breaking judge. They need to remain anonymous as much as possible, especially from area level to the division. This is the tie-breaking judge they need to be anonymous when you can, especially from area all the way up. You need to make sure that those are anonymous. Nobody knows except for you as the chief judge who the tie-breaking judge is. Then another thing, in Toastmasters Club meeting, what we do, you become a grammarian, you also become an evaluator. So that is not allowed within the contest. You can't hold more than one role. If you're the chief judge, you're the chief judge. If you're the judge, you're only the judge. You can't hold more than one role in one contest. So that is very important to note. This is where I want to end. Are there any questions just for my own break? I'm trying to, okay. Leah, are there any questions in the chat?
Let me just double check, but
All right, as Leah checks.
I don't see any direct questions.
Okay, thank you so much. Now with the disqualification, only the contestants and the judges are allowed to raise these, meaning that if you have a protest as an audience, you're not allowed. You may see anything. Maybe you've seen the timer, it went red and it was all the way red. Not allowed to raise any protest concerning that. It needs to be the people within the contest, participating within the contest, which means these are going to be the contestants and also the judges. And these, you have to go to the chief judge to raise these protest or anything that you think should be disqualifying the member. Again, as I mentioned, even if you see the time, even if you see the time that the person may have spoken for 8 minutes, as an audience, you're not allowed to participate or to raise any of those concerns because the judges will be there, the role players will be there, and the chief judge is there to make sure that every rule is followed and everything is properly done within the contest. Now, in terms of your eligibility, because also this can be a protest that is raised against you as a contest. If somebody feels that, no, this speech of yours was not original, and they can raise it to the chief judge and say, no, Yanga's speech, I feel that it was not original, or at least 30% or 50% of that speech was not original. So you are allowed now on the 25% maximum of you using maybe paraphrasing a book from Nelson Mandela or quoting Nelson Mandela. You are allowed, but only a maximum of 20%. That is the only outside material that you can use within the speech. And also it is important that you need to say a quote from Nelson Mandela, or you can tell us that it is a book that is from Nelson Mandela. So that is also very important to please do share with your clubs that these are very important, that can be disqualified. Then, of course, with the time, you can be disqualified from for speaking over the time that you have been allocated. Again, referring to other contest speech or the actual speaker itself, you will be disqualified and you will no longer participate. I think, okay, just checking where I am. So here, it's just the materials that you need. I think I did share in the beginning in terms of what you need. You'll need your judging forms, you need the speeches, meaning that the contestant need to present to the contest chair the speeches, the title of their speeches, and they will fill out a form for that. So that is very important stuff. Then also the work. Okay, the other ones are not important. They're not supposed to be here. I just wanted to put here also the international speech contest for the judges ballot paper. This is what it should be looking like. Again, I don't want to drill into it because there is a workshop for the judging, how to judge a contest that will be shared as well. Just the poster maybe will be shared with everybody in terms of when that will happen, how to share. I'd like to stop sharing and then I can take the rest of the questions that we didn't take during the speech. Anything else that I may have missed or that you want me to reiterate? Alrighty.
With regards to
You can help me, Leah,
with
if
regard
there's anything. Okay.
with regards to acknowledging the source, do you have to mention the
Go
name
ahead,
of the
please.
person? Do you have to say Nelson Mandela, or you can say someone once said, a wise man once said, kind of thing?
You can
Did you get it?
acknowledge. Well, it says acknowledging, meaning that you can say yes. A speech from Nelson Mandela in 1994, and then you continue with it. So you can please mention the person that you are referencing, so that we know, in case you say someone and then maybe you referencing me, that someone may be me. So it's good to mention exactly the person that you are referencing. Thank you for that. Anything else that I may I may have missed, or that you want to discuss that is outside? Otherwise, we are done. Okay, I'll take that everything is proper. Let me just share then, as we're about to conclude, those links that we need to the rule book, in case you may still not have a rule book. And also the other one is going to be the frequently asked questions, as well as the speech material, which is your ballot papers, your eligibility forms. Again, very important that your members are eligible at all levels of the contest. It's very important. When and where is Area 1 contest? Okay, I may have Area 1 contest under which division, Ketiwe? I think Leah has left.
I
Yeah.
posted
Sorry,
that.
Leila.
It is, yeah, I'm from Igoli and I'm part of area A1. And we're holding our contest at 9 a.m. It's a Saturday of the 22nd of March. And the venue is in Kensington, close to Eastgate.
Thank you so much for that. I think you have been answered. Oh, I see you did answer that, Lillian. Thank you so much. Anything else? Funny enough, I don't have the information for the division contest, which is Division A. Those are the only ones I don't have the information for, but I do have the information. I think it has been shared either on Facebook. We'll try and share it also on the role players, thing. Wens. Hello, Wens. You can come through, please. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah, thanks, Madam Chief Judge. Two comments I just want to make, and one is actually, three comments. The first one, earlier on, we talked about completing level 2. And I just wanted us to emphasize the point that completing means it's already indicating on the base camp or on your credentials. Is that correct, Madam Chief Judge?
Yes, that's correct. It must be there on base camp.
So if they have completed, but the VPE has not yet approved that, then it will be taken as if it's not completed.
Yes.
Just like the payment as well, if somebody has paid, but the treasurer hasn't really paid TM International, then they have not paid.
That's correct.
Okay. Then the other one was a question. When you said the tie-breaking judge should be anonymous, that's fine. But all the other judges should also be anonymous, isn't it? Or we just say anonymous as much as possible.
Yes, they should be anonymous.
They should also be anonymous.
The other judges will form a group or they will still meet together. Sorry, Wens, maybe you didn't finish, sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying they should be anonymous to the
Wens?
to the whole group, including the yeah, they may know each other, but the judges, the tie-breaking judge should not be known among the judges. So
Yes. Yeah.
which means it's better for the tie-breaking judge to be in the voting judge group, isn't it? So that among themselves they don't know who is the tie-breaking judge.
I don't know how you'd handle it, but the chief judge is the only one who knows the tie-breaking judge. I don't think the tie-breaking judge needs to be within the same group as the rest of the judges. But
Okay.
the anonymity of the tie-breaking judge was just emphasizing that because the judges, they know each other, that I am the judge, the next person is the judge, but they don't know who the tie-breaking judge is. I think that's what is important. You can still, I think each individual or each chief judge will see how they go about it.
Okay. Perfect. Then the last one relates to forwarding two contestants. I'm coming from District 129. Unfortunately, for this year, for this round, we are not on that one because, as the rulebook says, the district must make such a decision and communicate that 8 weeks before the contest start. So it was not done. Therefore, we are going for one contestant, even if there are less than 4 clubs, areas, and what have you.
Okay.
For 129. So that one is a comment.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for a question. Okay, thank you. I think yes. Yes.
I'm finished. Over to you, Madam Chief Judge. Oh, the last item
Right.
is to just ask
Thank you,
for your
Wens.
phone
Is that
number.
all from you?
Your phone number in the chat
Thank
box,
you.
please.
Excuse me?
Are you able to share your phone number in the chat box? WhatsApp number?
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
If
Thanks
you
very much.
saw,
Thank
if you
you.
saw
I
the
have
post,
shared the material which you.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yes. It's also on the poster, yeah. No, thank you so much, everybody. Am I leaving anyone? Please share the contest rules WhatsApp group link if there is one. Okay, I will go and share also. The only group that I'm in or on is the role player ones. I'm not in any other group. I don't think but I'll ask somebody who can share these within the different groups, the WhatsApp groups within Toastmasters District 74, so that we all have access. Otherwise, you can always just Google it. That's how you can find it. You can Google Toastmasters speech contest resources, or when you go on your pathways as well, you log in and then you will find all the resources. They will be there, both the frequently asked questions as well as the resources in terms of the rule book and as well as the ballot papers and everything that you need. It will be shared, the scripts will be shared with your divisions, and then the division directors will share it with the areas and so on, to make sure that everybody has the correct script. The last script was an online one with Zoom Masters and so on. So the script has changed now because everything is in person. Oh, contest roles, WhatsApp group. Oh, yes, yes. No, there isn't any group like that, but we will still share it with the different groups that we have within Toastmasters. Alrighty. Anything else? It seems there's nothing else. Thank you so very much.
One for the road before you go, Yanga. A quick one.
Yes, you may go ahead, please.
Does the new system recognize what had happened on the old system? Like when you go to your base camp and you had completed level 2 then, it doesn't seem like it's ticked off on the new system, or is it only on my end? Or do we have to upload the materials again on Basecamp and the things again, if you know what I mean?
Oh, I did hear that the new pathway is a bit, or rather the new portal is a bit difficult. I think it's best to talk to your VPE. I haven't really gone into it so much to know your question, but you need to ensure that if you have to upload again, it's important that you upload, because we will be checking these eligibilities and making sure that you are eligible. So please do reach out to either your VPE or the EXCO so that they can help you. Maybe Leah has also an answer to help us with. You may go ahead, please, Leah.
Yes, Yari, unless maybe that particular path hadn't yet been approved by the VPE, then that's the only reason why it wouldn't be showing. But if it had, because I think that even said that make sure you approve whatever needs to be approved before the system changed over, then all those things were carried over. So if it's not showing, you just have to go back and reassess your skills before and after, so that your projects can be marked complete, and therefore your path, the level then can also be marked complete.
Thank you, Leah. We'll just have to redo everything then. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Leah. There was somebody, I don't know if Ketiwe still has her hand up.
Leah answered the question.
Awesome stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. So it's important to please speak to your VPE so that they can help you to make sure that you are qualifying and eligible for the contest. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, everyone, for attending. I hope this has been helpful to you. This is recorded. I think, please, Leah, confirm where will it be uploaded, either on Facebook or YouTube. I think YouTube.
YouTube. Once it has been uploaded, I'll share the link on all the various WhatsApp groups for you to be able to rewatch if you need to.
Thank you so very much. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you very much for coming through. Bye-bye. Keep well.